I heard some people are begging Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to come back to ECOWAS. Please don't beg them. Don't. When you beg them, you are going to spoil my work for me. They will not put some in my garri. Do not beg them. Without firing one shot, Kofi Ali will bring them back on their knees. I will remove this Ibrahim Traore, Abdullahi Tiani, and Azim Igwe. I will remove them like this without one shot. Do not beg them. Don't spoil my work for me. Don't beg them. Don't even talk to them. Leave them for me. I'll sort them out. Sometimes when I wake up, I just hold my hands, both hands, and hold my head and be asking myself, is my head still there or is gone? Because the kind of things I hear, they are so disturbing. So disturbing. See, Donald Trump is busy putting tariff. He's declaring tariff war. He has already put 25% on anything imported into the United States of America. And about 17 great countries, powerful countries, are joking. They are working hard on how to deal with their export to United States of America. While that is happening, everybody on the African continent is thinking, do you know what is happening? Captain Ibrahim Traore is declaring tariff war on ECOWAS. That he, Ibrahim Traore, is going to put sanction and tariff on any goods from ECOWAS to the so-called Burkina Faso and therefore AES. And you sit there and ask yourself, what an imbecile. What a joke. You see, there are bigger problems for us to deal with. And this little puppy is becoming a mess. And I told you, something is wrong somewhere. And there is a saying, those that play with fire, those that come with the baptism of fire, those whose Holy Ghost fire, they get burned by fire. Ibrahim Traore is becoming a mess in West Africa. A mess. See, there are certain things you people see and see he's doing, and we all like it. But this thing is becoming a problem that needs to be dealt with. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they are still in the ECOWAS. The one that want to leave ECOWAS is Ibrahim Traore, Abdurrahman Tiani, and Azim Igwe. They can go. And I told you that the whole thing is a bag of confusion. And this confusion, I will have it corrected. Now, the video I'm watching and I'm looking at some of you posted is that John Dramani Mahama, having visited those people, I don't know who sent him, is now going to meet with President Tinubu to talk about getting them to come back. Why are you begging them to come back? To come back to where? They are not gone. If they are not gone, why are you begging them to come back? They were suspended. Understand my language. They committed a crime. And when you commit a crime in ECOWAS, the rule books says anyone who commit a crime in ECOWAS, and that biggest crime is military boys staging a coup. Because we Democrats cannot sit with those thinking military officers. They are supposed to be by the gates in the bush fighting terrorists. We don't sit with them. We are civilians. We win our election democratically and governed by the democratic rule of law. We don't govern by the gun. And these dogs that we gave a job to guard the place have taken over the business of governance. That is not their job. No matter how right they are, good they are doing, there is no justification for military coup. Finish. There's no justification. And while we suspended them in ECOWAS and asking them, we want you to reverse and come back to do what everyone is doing. And we place sanction on them. Then they came with a useless letter that they are leaving ECOWAS. And some imbeciles in the ECOWAS Commission accepted the letter. See, let me give you a good example. Think of a school. So many schools around. And there is a kind of a common Ministry of Education. And all the schools are connected to the Ministry of Education so that they manage and organize and make sure that every school is following the curriculum and the agenda. Then some schools broke the rule. 3 schools, they broke the rule. And the ministry suspended the heads of those schools because the heads of the school are those who have broken the rule. like bandits coming to take over the school. And you say, no, we have suspended school A, B, C, and D because bandits have taken over. They are now Islamists. Because of that, we will not deal with them until the problem is sorted out. Then one day, those bandits came with a letter to the headmaster, to the minister, from the headmasters to the minister, the criminals, that, minister, we want to leave the Ministry of Education. We don't want to be part of your educational. And it's okay, you can go. Hey, it doesn't work that way. Those who took the letter from these embassies, they made a blunder. Actually, they are in court too. I told you I've taken them to the ECOWAS Court of Justice, and judgment is being passed. The commission has been given 30 days to respond. The 30 days is over. By now, the court case should have started. If I take you to court and you don't turn up, it means you have accepted you are guilty. So if they are wrong for taking that useless withdrawal letter, how can you accept a letter from some? By all indication, this ECOWAS is totally against what happened. Totally. There's no if and there's no but, because sanction was placed. If the military rulers didn't do anything wrong, you wouldn't put sanction on them. Yes, they were suspended. They can't come in their uniform with their gun to come and sit at the heads of state meeting. It can never happen. And all these three were that. Even Niger, the ECOWAS was going there with military to reverse the system. It was at the point, the thought of, look, let it look like we are doing what France wants us to do. Because the French are there and they are mining uranium illegally, so we want them to leave. And besides, if you go there, it could lead to endless war because there are so many factions already. If you have terrorists, who are terrorists? These are people who refuse to follow the rule of democratic law, but they want to use gun to take over the business of government or to change something in the country. These are terrorists. And that is exactly what the military rulers did. They used gun to take over the government. But we said, okay, let us give them some time and then we address issue. And the next thing, those you have suspended came there with letter. And you have some idiots in the name of international law. They were reading the international law upside down. And our time has come. Everybody should stop running around on whether to beg them to come back. The more you are saying you are begging them to come back, you are negotiating with them to come back, the more you are legitimizing the illegality. That is what you are doing. They are not gone. ECOWAS is still the authority in charge of the 15 countries of West Africa, whether you like it or not. There is no any other way as at now. The United Nations, the African Union, everyone in the world, the Chinese government, the Russian, everyone agree there's only one ECOWAS. There's no AES. AES is illegal. Because when illegal people, Abdurrahman Itiani is illegal because he's a criminal. Azimi Goita is illegal because he's a criminal. And above all, that Jesus, the one that want to commit suicide. Because exactly this is, and people are egging him on. If we don't get him, the monsters are coming for him. You know those I'm talking about. The Europeans are coming. We need to solve this. Our problem is our problem. And we must find a solution to it. There's no if, there's no but. Let the court case finish.
Therefore, as a union in the Africa Union, we are against any undemocratic removal of any government. Coups are not a panacea. They are not a solution to the challenges that we have.
About Captain Ibrahim Traore, I used to also fall for his hype. Like many people fall on TikTok. I saw another journalist another time saying, oh, did you see the way he was cheered when he arrived for the inauguration of the Ghanaian new president, Mr. Speaker? And I was excited like most people. And until I did some further research about what is exactly going on in Burkina Faso. And I want to challenge Senator Ledama to do the same, perhaps counter-check Senator Ledama, the things that you read online and the reality on ground, as Kenyans say. And I was shocked actually to learn that despite all this hype and the things that we read about, the things that they are doing, you know, first of all, I am not a fan of coups. I am a firm believer in democracy. I strongly believe that if there were lesser coups in Africa and more transitions by the ballot, Africa will advance.
So this is also an African, and sometimes I wonder which Africans, some of them do we have, because I remember there is someone who said that before, when there are some people outside Africa who are laughing at Africa because of what Africans are doing, when we are busy fighting against the West, against the imperialists, against the people who are fighting against Africa, we have the same Africa, the fellow Africans who are really they are fighting hard to make sure that they fight back the African leaders who are doing great to Africa. So if Africans themselves cannot learn on how to appreciate, cannot learn on how to speak positively against the leaders who are performing to the citizens, who are working on the interests of the African continent, then how do we expect some people to come and respect and appreciate maybe the things that we are doing here in Africa? That's the major problem that we are having today. So this is the one of the African guy. I don't know where he is from, but always when you follow up all the videos that he's making up, you find that these guys, they are condemning and blaming all revolutionary leaders. So I don't know what he means, because as he say that he has to be given opportunity or chance just to go and deal with Ibrahim Traore, because he has to follow a democracy, he has to go back to ECOWAS, he has to adhere to the rule of democracy. All that he's doing is nonsense. And he even called these Sahel leaders, the coup leaders of Sahel, that they are terrorists. They are terrorists, and the world knows them. They are thieves. He just called these leaders all bad sorts of name. So sometimes you have to sit down, ask yourself, what are you doing against the people? What are you doing that you are doing something that you cannot go and present to the fellow people who are just similar like you? Because there is no way that millions of people can be praising someone. There is no way millions of people can be speaking positivity or positively to someone, and you personally, you are coming up to speak negative. You are coming out to accuse him, call him names. And these are the people that millions of people are. These are the people, same people that you are accusing are the same people that millions of people have put faith on them, have put hope on them, and have believed in them. So you must have a problem, because you can't be the only one speaking positively while thousands and millions of people are speaking positively against the same person that you are all speaking about. So the world are laughing at us when we are here laughing at ourselves. So we've been always speaking about the West, because the West has been coming here to just cause conflicts, cause crises, cause all problems, just to make sure that Africa is unstable. Africa don't have or get the best governance. Africa doesn't have peace. They have been doing this when they have the reason, and their reason is to make Africa not stable, not have peace, not independence, so that they can come and maybe have and continue having the access to come and loot Africa. But if you are Africa and you are still fighting back the African people who are there, they're doing some things that can save Africa. So I don't know, what are you benefiting from this? Because I remember even the time of Ibrahim Traore executions, there are some several Africans who were caught trying to assassinate him, trying to be used to take Ibrahim Traore down. And my question was, even if you will be used to kill Captain Ibrahim Traore or any leader of Africa, but at the end of the day, you will not be given the chance to lead that country. You will not be appreciated and maybe given your own place. You will not own a country that you will be called a leader of that country, the country that you have killed the leader of that country. The West are only there to use you. And after they use you, they achieve their missions, they dump you. They cannot come and appreciate you. They will not see you as a great person. They will not show you and appreciate you, give you gifts because you have achieved their mission, but they will just see you as a fool because you are just a tool, a remote was being used. After the mission achieved, you will be nowhere to be found. And in fact, they will also take you down because they have to keep the secret. So what is the problem of Africans? We must have a problem because we cannot continue doing things like this. When African leaders, the great leaders were assassinating, the Africans were watching, and most of them they were even contributed in the assassinations. But after that, where were they ended? What changed their life? Nothing. They remain the same people. They remain the same people, and they remain with the life they had. There is nothing important or nothing very important they get from all that they did. So at this time, I will urge Africans just to stop fighting themselves. Stop being hypocrites. Just let us join hands. Let's support ourselves. Let's build our continent. Because all that we are fighting is our motherland, Africa. And this is the only place that we have. We have nowhere any else. We have, if you want to know that this is the place that we are fighting for, and it's the only place that we have, you have to go to the history of the black Americans who are not in Africa today, they're in America. They have contributed hugely in building up America and Europe. But at this time, they are suffering in the lands of the Americans. They are suffering in the hands of Americans. They have nothing good to offer themselves. They have nothing good that can be that they can say that they appreciate having in America, but they are being fought, humiliated, disgraced, because that's not their place. So even if we destroy Africa and until up to the time it will end completely, we are the one who are going to lose. Our generation are the one who are going to lose. No one else. So it is so shameful, so disgraceful to see the Africans are fighting against their own, fighting against the people who are trying to come and show their good interests towards Africa. Instead of supporting, they're busy collaborating, associating with oppressors just to make sure that they destroy Africa completely. And we cannot allow and continue to see things going like this. So we have to do something, because we cannot allow all that happened in back days to happen in current today. Because all that happened, it happened, and we cannot allow it to happen. That's why I always say that we failed Muammar Gaddafi, failed Lumumba, we failed Thomas Sankara, but we cannot afford to fail Ibrahim Traore, because this is the only hope today that Africa is looking up to. The only people, a person today that Africa is believing in. So whether you like it or not, we have to adhere that the fact is Captain Traore will remain the leader of Africa, because he has the interest and only interest of uniting Africa, whether you like it or not. So it is upon you to choose which way you want to go. Just tell me what to have the comment section. I will not take much of your time, because I have speak much. Until next time we come and speak the same, let's meet in the comment section. Thank you.